In neighborhoods across Japan, it is a common and uplifting sight. Men and women well into their 70s and even 80s, pedaling along tree-lined streets, weaving through bustling markets, or coasting gently down narrow lanes on sturdy bicycles. These scenes are not rare exceptions, but a daily reality in towns and cities from Okinawa to Hokkaido. The simple act of riding a bicycle, which might elsewhere be reserved for the young or the athletic, is a cherished and routine part of life for many older Japanese adults. But why does this tradition endure? And what can we learn from it about longevity, vitality, and the art of aging well? To understand this phenomenon, we must look deeper than the surface convenience of the bicycle. We begin in Okinawa, a region known as one of the world's blue zones, places recognized for their extraordinary concentration of centenarians and the remarkable health of their elderly populations. In Okinawa, bicycles are not just a means of transportation. They are woven into the very fabric of community, health practice, and daily ritual. Aging in Japan is not a process of retreating quietly into the background. Instead, it is a period marked by continued participation, responsibility, and engagement with the world. For many Japanese people, the bicycle represents more than mobility. It is a symbol of autonomy and dignity. The ability to ride to the market, visit friends, or tend to a garden plot is a statement. I am still an active part of this community. I can go where I please under my own power. But this independence is not maintained by luck alone. It is supported by a lifetime of habits and cultural values that nurture both mind and body. The Japanese diet, which has long been associated with longevity, is rich in foods that sustain vigor and flexibility. Meals often include miso soup, filled with fermented soybean paste that supports gut health. Natto, a sticky, pungent soybean dish packed with vitamin K2 for cardiovascular and bone strength. Abundant fish, which provides omega-3 fatty acids for heart and brain. And a rainbow of seasonal vegetables, offering fiber, antioxidants, and micronutrients. These foods are not simply consumed, they are appreciated, prepared with care, and shared with others, reinforcing the social bonds that are so vital to well-being. Daily movement is another cornerstone of this enduring vitality. In Japan, exercise does not always mean a scheduled trip to the gym. Instead, it is subtly woven into the rhythm of the day. Stairs are climbed without complaint, gardens are tended with patience, and markets are navigated on foot or by bicycle. Morning routines often include radio taiso, a series of gentle calisthenics broadcast nationwide since the early 20th century, encouraging everyone, young and old, to stretch, breathe, and move together. These habits build a foundation of mobility, balance, and strength that makes riding a bicycle not just possible, but pleasurable, even into advanced age. Scientific data supports these observations. Research shows that regular cycling helps maintain cardiovascular fitness, muscle strength, and joint flexibility, all of which are critical for fall prevention and healthy aging. In Japan, where falls are a leading cause of injury among the elderly, the act of balancing on a bicycle provides ongoing neural and muscular training. Each ride is a subtle rehearsal for the challenges of daily stability, negotiating uneven pavement, shifting weight to avoid obstacles, and using core muscles to sit upright and steer. This activity keeps reflexes sharp and bodies resilient. But perhaps the most profound reasons for this enduring practice are found in the cultural values that shape Japanese life. The concept of ikigai, one's reason for being, encourages people to find purpose and joy in everyday activities, no matter their age. For some, ikigai might be found in tending a vegetable garden. For others, in volunteering, crafting, or simply shopping for fresh ingredients to cook for loved ones. The bicycle, by enabling these pursuits, becomes a vehicle for ikigai itself. Zen philosophy, too, influences the Japanese approach to aging. There is a respect for the present moment, a focus on mindfulness, and a reverence for the ordinary. The very act of cycling, feeling the wind, noticing the changing seasons, exchanging greetings with neighbors, becomes a kind of moving meditation. It is an opportunity to be fully alive, attentive to the world, and grateful for the body's continued abilities. Community support is another essential element. In many Japanese towns, streets are designed with cyclists in mind, offering safe lanes, slow traffic zones, and accessible public spaces. Neighbors look out for each other, and it is not unusual to see shopkeepers or fellow cyclists offering a steadying hand or a friendly word. Social connection is recognized as a vital ingredient of health, and maintaining mobility supports these relationships. Consider the story of Mrs. Sato, an 82-year-old resident of a small city near Kyoto. Each morning, she rides her bicycle to the local market, a woven basket secured to the handlebars. She greets the grocer, selects fresh daikon and leafy greens, and chats with friends she has known since childhood. Her route takes her past the park where children play, the temple where she once attended festivals, and the riverbank where cherry blossoms bloom each spring. For Mrs. Sato, this daily ride is more than exercise. It is an affirmation of her place in the world, a ritual that honors her independence and her deep roots in the community. Stories like Mrs. Sato's are echoed in research. Studies from Japanese geriatric institutes show that older adults who maintain active transportation, such as cycling or walking, have higher measures of cognitive function, lower rates of depression, and reduced risk of chronic disease. The act of planning a route, navigating traffic, and interacting with others keeps the mind sharp and the spirit engaged. Physical infrastructure plays a role as well. Japanese cities, even large metropolises like Tokyo and Osaka, often have flat terrain and compact neighborhoods, making cycling practical for short trips. Many apartment complexes offer sheltered bicycle parking, and public transportation systems are designed to accommodate bicycles when necessary. Urban planners prioritize walkability and accessibility, reducing barriers for older residents to remain active. But there is another, subtler aspect to this tradition. In Japanese culture, there is great respect for kero, or reverence for age. Older people are celebrated for their wisdom and experience, not sidelined or rendered invisible. The sight of a senior citizen on a bicycle is not cause for concern, but a source of admiration and encouragement. This positive expectation becomes self-fulfilling. When society believes in the capability of its elders, those elders are more likely to believe in themselves. This attitude contrasts with some Western societies, where aging is often associated with decline and limitation. In Japan, the narrative is different. Aging is seen as a natural, honorable process, and the continued participation of older adults in daily life is both expected and supported. The bicycle in this context is a tool for inclusion, a way to remain visible, active, and engaged. Family structure also contributes to this dynamic. While the nuclear family is increasingly common, many older adults still live near or with relatives. Intergenerational relationships are strong, and there is an understanding that maintaining independence is a gift both to oneself and to one's loved ones. Riding a bicycle means being able to contribute, shopping for groceries, delivering a forgotten lunch, or joining grandchildren at the park. The Japanese approach to health is preventative rather than reactive. Rather than waiting for illness or disability to strike, elders are encouraged to maintain their abilities through daily practice. The bicycle ride is not an isolated exercise session, but a continuation of lifelong habits, small, consistent actions that add up to lasting well-being. Of course, challenges exist. As Japan's population ages, cities must adapt to ensure the safety of older cyclists. Public education campaigns promote helmet use, reflective clothing, and safe cycling techniques. Community centers offer balance and strength training classes specifically for seniors. In some areas, electric assist bicycles provide a gentle boost for those with declining leg strength, making it possible to continue cycling even as the years advance. The Japanese government recognizes the importance of active aging, supporting research and community programs that foster mobility and social engagement. Health insurance covers annual checkups, and efforts are made to identify and assist those at risk of isolation or physical decline. The benefits of these efforts are clear. Japanese elders enjoy some of the world's longest health spans, the number of years lived in good health, free from disability. Rates of cardiovascular disease are low, and dementia rates are lower than in many Western nations. The ability to cycle daily is both a cause and a consequence of this well-being, reinforcing a virtuous cycle of activity, connection, and purpose. But beyond the statistics, there is a deeper lesson. The sight of an elderly cyclist in Japan is a testament to the power of culture, habit, and community in shaping the experience of aging. It is a reminder that health is not just the absence of disease, but the presence of meaning, movement, and joy. For those seeking to age well, whether in Japan or elsewhere, the message is clear. Longevity is not achieved through grand gestures or fleeting resolutions. It is built day by day through mindful choices, nourishing foods, regular movement, and loving connections. The bicycle, humble and familiar, becomes a metaphor for this journey, propelled by our own effort, supported by those around us, moving forward with purpose and grace. We can all take inspiration from the Armeni's elders who ride their bicycles each morning. They remind us that age is not a barrier to activity, that independence can be preserved with thoughtful practice, and that the pleasures of movement and community are available at every stage of life. Their example invites us to ask, what small habits could we nurture to support our own vitality? How might we redesign our neighborhoods, our routines, and our attitudes to honor the potential of every generation? And most importantly, what is our own ikigai, our reason to rise each day and greet the world with open eyes and an open heart? In the end, the answer may be as simple as a bicycle ride, a daily journey that keeps us balanced, connected, and fully alive, no matter how many seasons we have seen. Let the wisdom of healthy aging Japan guide you. Cherish your independence, nourish your body, move with intention, and find joy in the journey. The road to longevity is not a solitary path, but a shared adventure, best traveled together, one gentle pedal stroke at a time.